Welcome back to The Local Show, a service of Gettys Federal Savings and Loan and Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts. The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in Central New York. The Local Show, locally produced by Zoey Advertising. Now, here are your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Welcome back and welcome in. Thank you for spending quality time with Bob and I right here on The Local Show. Bob is not going to be a permanent fixture of the show, but he did take some time to fill in for Steve Roberts, who is out vacationing / working, something like that. He's down in Florida. We'll see if he catches a fish. He does like to throw a line in.
Yes, he does. But he's there for work, isn't he?
Supposed. Yeah. Supposed. Something to do with marketing and advertising. But, it's probably one of those very, cool seminars. And you probably are used to seminars like that where there's actual food and scones and things like that where you can hang out. But it's good to have you along, Bob. Bob and I worked together at Comfort Windows way back when, and we did some stuff there. And then you worked at your current place, which is UL, for Underwriters Laboratory. Yeah. What does Underwriters Laboratory actually do?
They do a ton of things, mostly testing, inspection, certification. So with Charlie here, they do mattresses, so we might do some of the flame retardant testing or make sure that it doesn't combust, or that it meets certain standards. So that's a big part of it. What I do is I work in the chemical segment. So we're selling software to chemical manufacturers to make sure that their chemicals are safe.
And do you have to have a union label or Underwriters union label?
You don't have
Underwriters Laboratory?
You don't have to, although UL owns a big part of the market share in that. They've been around for 135 years.
So it's almost like an oversight committee. It's like when you have that UL, that proves that somebody else looked at your product and
tested it thoroughly.
Gotcha. I gotcha. So Charlie VanPatten's with us, owner of Mattress Makers, mattressmakerssyracuse.com, mattressmakerssyracuse.com. A couple of locations going on. How's the location up in Cicero doing? You'll be back up and working?
We're up and running, yes. Yeah. It's very good, yeah.
Excellent.
All we need to do is get a little more business, The economy is not good right now.
No, I know. But you know what? There's a lot of traffic up there. So let's do a challenge. We'll do the Local Show Challenge. If you're going down Route 11, you got to stop into Charlie's. And for everyone who stops in, they'll talk with you. What do you think about that?
That's a deal. That's a deal.
Yeah, and then you can go to Chick-fil-A right across the street with no problem. Your other place, the factory, the actual place where you're making mattresses, is over off of Bridge Street.
Yeah, right on Bridge Street, behind Wilson's Jewelers. We're close to Erie Boulevard, Chimneys Plaza, that area right there. Yeah, not too hard to find.
No, easy to get to from all areas.
You have to look a little. The town's a little tight on signage. They don't like my picture out at the road.
They don't? You're kidding me.
No.
Oh, that's every time I go by, I say, well, there's Charlie. There's Charlie. And my family looks, and I'm like, no, he's on the sign over there. He's not walking around the road.
Exactly.
What will people find when they go over to the factory? What do people see with the sights and the sounds?
Oh, you'll be amazed. Where else can you go and buy a product and actually stand there and see it made? See the manufacturing equipment, see the guys working, see the raw materials. The business is tough. It's smoke and mirrors. Everything is, I've got the best. I mentioned one time, a couple of times ago, that this one company on the internet, we've got this fantastic way to attach our mattresses. We don't use glue, so no chemicals involved. We use this special wire. Guess what? That special wire is called a hog ring. We've been using it for 100 years. We buy 50,000 at a time. But, they just invented it. Guess what?
Right.
I back at my shopping again. I was shopping last week. And I should give you guys some heads up on what you're going to get, because it's amazing out there what you have to listen to. I went in one store and he showed me some different mattresses. I got one I kind of liked. Looks not bad. But that price is ridiculous. I'm not going to pay that. Well, in a sleep shop, you don't pay the price, even the sale price. Negotiate.
Oh, wow.
Come to the factory and do better. But if you're in the sleep shop and you're going to buy there, make sure you negotiate. So he says, you know what? Let me make a phone call. This is the old trick in selling. Right. Let me make a phone call. He comes back and he says, I just checked with the warehouse. He says, we've only got one left. He says, we got quite a few stores, so if you don't buy that today, it's probably going to be gone. And this is a phenomenal price. You really should think twice about buying it today. What the heck? You got a lot of stores and you got one mattress in your warehouse? Come on.
It doesn't make sense, does it?
Give me a break.
Yeah.
I go to another store and, you know what? We've got free financing. No interest financing. So, we're set up for financing. We tell people up front what it is and what it costs. And I looked up on this particular company that finances, and I looked on the chart, and at 48 months, guess what? There's no interest, but there's a fee, 17.75%. You are paying for that free interest, 17.75%. Come on, give me a break.
People don't know that. And when you get a mattress made at Mattress Makers, not only do you get all of the good quality materials and have it custom made, but and when it's done, it's shipped right to you. So it's not like it's sitting in plastic for weeks, could be months, could be a half year. You're getting it right away, and you're paying just about half as you would a big box store or a sleep store or whatever. Do you have any burning questions to ask Charlie? Because you've never, interfaced with Charlie
I've never
before.
met Charlie, so this has been great. So here's a question I have for you. How has the mattress business changed in the past 5 years besides the sales techniques and all of those things? The construction of a mattress, has it changed really in the past 5 years?
Well, I'll tell you something. We make one model. It's called an archetype. It's the same mattress we've been making since 1915. It's an inner spring unit, 20 pounds of cotton, wool, a 10-ounce organic cover, tufted, and the thing will last forever. We had one come back after 40 years. Just unbelievable. But generally speaking, the industry has gone fluff. They've gone to one-sided because they can cut their costs by a third. And one of my competitors said, I said, why are you doing one-sided? He said, well, because we get the customer back twice as often as you.
Of course.
We're here to sell. We're here to sell mattresses. Yeah. It's just crazy world out there.
Sure. So you actually source all of your materials. Some local?
Oh, the majority of our sources is local. I mean, as far as organic cotton in Little Falls, is organic wool down at Castleton-on-the-Hudson, just outside of Albany. Lumber from the Mennonites down in Penn Yan. I mean, we really are local, and it gives us a tremendous edge because in manufacturing textbook, typically there are things, raw material is supposed to be 55%, and this is supposed to be this and that, and when you source raw materials, your freight is supposed to be around 10%. I'm lucky to have a 3% freight cost because we are so local.
Right. And
that goes right into reducing the price.
Yeah.
You're saving money every which way with us.
Is there a seasonality to when people buy mattresses? Do more people buy mattresses in the winter or spring, summer?
Oh, yeah. It's a very seasonal business. You go through the winter, it's Christmas time. You don't want to be tearing the house up and getting started. And, back in 1915, mattress factories closed in the winter.
Oh, no kidding.
And we came to Syracuse and bought a rug company. Used to go down to Lowe's Theater, pick up the rugs and clean them. And this unemployed mattress maker says, well, you're cleaning all the rugs on James Street. Why aren't you renovating their mattresses? Which was typical then. You didn't buy new mattresses. You brought them back, fluff them up, and make them new. Wow. And we said, oh, that's how we got in the mattress business. Because of the seasonality.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Charlie VanPatten right there, owner of Mattress Makers, mattressmakersyracuse.com. Thank you so much for stopping by. You have a great rest of the day, okay?
You too. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Kicking off hour number 2 of the local show, we're going to have conversations with Luke Lunkenheimer. He's the chairman of CNY Drives. Mike Rothman is the owner of Rothman Knives. And then Josh Lang is a pastor at Redeemer Church. He'll stop by. And then we have Chris and Andrea DeVita, the owners of Salt City Bread, all in hour number 2. Stick around. Hour number 2 of the local show starts really soon.